Coming up on Aging and Awesome.
When their parents went into a nursing home, a Gray Eagle family was left with the important duty of caring for their dog, Twister. We have their story and how to plan for your pet.
And have you ever heard of the Continuum? We'll take you inside this incredible facility in Reno, where lives, no matter what the age, thrive.
And transportation troubles. Getting around town can be hard for seniors who no longer drive. But there's a program that is giving a new life to those without a driver's license. Hello, and welcome to Aging and Awesome. I'm your host, Jo Dellaripa.
And I'm Ky Sisson. Thanks for tuning in. We are so excited to bring Northern Nevada this new opportunity to learn about all the amazing resources in our community for seniors and their families while having a ton of fun doing it. Now, Jo, I know you're a real animal lover, big or small. You hate to see any of them go without a loving home. But have you ever thought about how important it is to plan for your pet?
No, I don't think people go ahead and think about that.
Right, it's kind of one of those
Just
taboo issues.
That happens. You don't want to talk about it.
Right, and a lot of people have pets, but we met a fantastic family who desperately searched for the right home for their father's dog after he went into a nursing home that didn't allow pets. Have a look.
Twister. Hi. Woo.
The life of a dog is pretty carefree, especially for the energetic and lovable Twister.
Come on. Come on.
A toy and some love will keep him happy forever. It's the life of his owner that became pretty rough.
My mother-in-law had a stroke. Then my father-in-law had heart problems, and they both ended up in acute care in Oroville.
Leaving Shirley and her husband responsible for all of their pets. Twister is the last one to find a home.
I put things on Facebook, I made flyers, I talked to all my friends.
He's young and super hyper, so not the best match for many who inquired.
Some people really wanted him, but they had just small backyards, and he's a large dog.
Strong dog.
Strong dog.
And he's as sweet as they come. Shirley says it will be hard to part ways, but necessary.
It's too hard with 3 dogs.
3 big dogs.
3 big dogs.
After a year-long search, she found a home for Twister, but says the importance of planning for your pet is far from petty.
And I hope that people, if they know they're getting that old and things are happening, that they would make some plans. Who would take the animals? Who's going to take care of their home and their business and things? That would be a big help to a lot of other people.
The family members.
The family members, yes. It's hard.
And I have some good news to report. Twister found a wonderful home to a family in Reno. Joining me now is Sean Farnan. He's with the SPCA of Northern Nevada to talk a little bit about how important it is to plan for your pets. Sean, what does the SPCA do for people in the community as they think about this issue?
Sure. So one of the things that we do at the SPCA as a no-kill shelter is we accept owner surrenders of their animals. Probably almost 500-600 animals a year, about a third of all the animals we adopt out every year are owner surrenders. And it can be for any reason. You know, we don't judge people for what the situation is in their lives. We just open our arms and accept these animals.
Of those 600, how many would you say are from seniors who can't live with their pets
You know,
anymore?
I would venture a guess and probably say at least 100 animals a year come from seniors who are going through a big life change, possibly with housing, and they can't keep their pets anymore.
And when they are able to surrender, do you have any other recommendations, I guess, if someone didn't want to give it? So, for example, the family we interviewed had a flyer, you know, and they placed the pet.
Right.
why is the SPCA maybe a better resource to place a pet?
I don't know if we're better. We're certainly an additional resource. I would always advise people to do what they can to try and find a new home for the pet in their sphere of friends or family. If they can't, then of course we're a resource for them. We're a no-kill shelter. Every animal that comes in our doors ends up getting adopted out to a new home.
Tell me about how you said some people can put you in their, not you, Sean, but the SPCA into their wills?
Well, another thing that older people are concerned about is if something would happen to them, what would happen to their animals? Sometimes they don't have children or close friends that would be willing to take the animals, or they just don't have anybody else in their lives that would do it. So they make pre-arrangements with the SPCA if and when something happened to them, that we would be notified and we would be available to take the pets. Typically, we're introduced to them in one way or another. A lot of times we get very detailed information about the animals, what their likes and dislikes are, what their dietary needs are, things like that. And then we would be available to get those pets, bring them into the adoption center, and ultimately get them adopted out to a new home.
So if a person doesn't plan for their pet and the family ends up with the pet, do you see a lot of that where the family member says, well, now I can't take care of my mom or dad, maybe
Right.
their pet, and they come to you? Does that happen?
Very often that's what happens, is a family member will bring the animal in and say, our parents can't keep it anymore, or they're not with us anymore, we need to surrender this animal.
If anybody has more questions, where can they reach out to you to?
The SPCA of Northern Nevada, and my name is Sean Farnan. Feel free to call or email at Sean, S-E-A-N, at spcanevada.org.
Thank you so much, Sean. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Ky.
Coming up on Aging and Awesome, it's a place where intergenerational healing happens. We'll take you through the Continuum and show you how this clinic is not very clinical, but changing lives for the better every day.
Aging and Awesome is brought to you by Lakeside Manor. Living at Lakeside Manor means pleasure for the residents and peace of mind for their families. Take a tour of Lakeside Manor today.
At Senior Care Plus, we're more than just a Medicare Advantage plan. We're your local experts in helping you understand the facts about Medicare so you can make the best decision for your health. Confused about Medicare? Then you'll want to attend our educational seminar on the ABCs of Medicare. This is not a sales meeting. It is a free seminar where you'll learn about all of your Medicare options so you can make the right choice. ABCs of Medicare. Reserve your seat today. Call or visit seniorcareplus.com.
At Caring Transitions, we often hear people say they wish they had heard of us years earlier. Relocating and downsizing can be stressful and overwhelming. As the nation's largest professional resource for household liquidation, we offer a total solution to handle every aspect of your move. Maybe you're looking to have an estate sale, downsize to a smaller home, or simply reduce years of clutter. Our experts can help. Contact Caring Transitions. We can help make life easier for your family.
Someone you love needs a little help with the ins and outs of day-to-day living. A friendly companion right at their door. A personal touch, now that's caregiving. Call on us at Lend a Hand. We're locally owned, a family business. Lend a hand, lend a hand. Our caregivers make the difference.
Welcome back to Aging and Awesome.
We are outside the Continuum in Reno, and if you've never heard of this place, what's inside has been improving lives, young and old, for over 27 years.
And the Continuum's founder, Diane Ross, has cultivated a community-based, intergenerational rehabilitation and wellness center that truly is making lives thrive. Let's take a tour inside the Continuum.
As soon as you walk in, you might wonder, this clinic doesn't look very, well, clinical. Founder Diane Ross says that's the point.
The whole idea was that this is a place to come to be healed, to learn, to rehabilitate.
The Continuum is practically 6 different services in one, from childcare to an early intervention program to a Medicare-certified physical, occupational, and speech therapy program, a fitness center, and an adult day club. Diane's heart for an intergenerational focus echoes through these walls. Children visit the seniors, and the seniors love the children.
As you know, Ky, that my big thing is intergenerational because we're all in this together.
The Continuum's early intervention program is addressing developmental delays in young kids, something grandparents are oftentimes the ones to first notice and care for.
Between 20 and 30% of those families are intergenerational. That many of these caregivers are grandparents that are now taking care of these children with special needs.
Everything offered here is improving the lives of all ages, 0 to their oldest, 104 years old. Now the Adult Day Club is a happening place, warm, caring, and stimulating.
We know that there's plasticity of the brain. We know that people need to be busy and occupied, and they need to be needed, so we do some remarkable things.
Their fitness program is reaching an often overlooked group who needs exercise just as much as any of us.
Exercise is so important, but a lot of our people, perhaps if you have a stroke or if you have Parkinson's disease or balance issues, you really can't go to a gym.
One-on-one and small group fitness and wellness activities designed just for seniors.
It becomes physically stimulating, but also socially exciting for them to get out of the house and to be part of this.
At the heart of the Continuum is the atrium, right in the center of their building. Here, caregivers and visitors often relax. It's an approach that Diane holds wholeheartedly. That healing is far more than just through medicine.
You're in an environment that makes you feel good. And happiness is so important. Laughter is important, and that's healing.
High five. Yeah. Have one too. One more. Whee.
Laughter is healing. That's right.
For more on the Continuum, head to our website, agingandawesome.com. Mental stimulation is just as important as physical, and each week I'll be taking a senior out in the Lend a Hand in-home care and transportation van to ask them a few trivia questions. And if they get 4 out of 6 right, they'll win a special prize to one of Reno's greatest restaurants. Let's take a spin in Ky's cab. It's a wonderful day in Ky's cab. Today we have Eileen, Lakeside Manor resident, on our way around Virginia Lake. Eileen, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
You excited
day.
You excited for Ky's cab?
Pardon?
You excited for my cab?
Oh, of course.
Well, I hear you're pretty good at trivia, and I got some trivia for you. You ready? Here's your first question.
Okay.
What is the name of the city where the cartoon family The Simpsons live?
I have no idea.
I'm going to give you 3 options. Ready, Eileen?
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, is it Irene or Eileen?
Eileen.
Eileen, is it A, now this is where The Simpsons live, A, Bedrock, B, Gotham, or C, Springfield?
First one. A.
Bedrock? No, that's the Flintstones. The Flintstones live in Bedrock.
I got news for you. I never watched The Simpsons.
Oh, okay. It's been on for 40 years.
Well.
Or so.
I've been busy.
Good answer. Probably filling your head with better things.
No,
but
I used to drive bus, and I was a single mother for many years, and yep.
Okay. No Simpsons for you. That's all right. You're going to get the next one, though. I got a feeling. Here we go. Question number 2. The lead role in the 1990 hit movie Pretty Woman was played by which actress? Is it A, Julia Roberts, B, Jennifer Aniston, or C, Angelina Jolie?
A.
Oh, Julia Roberts. Okay. Forgot the options. Julia Roberts.
Yeah, Julia Roberts.
That's right. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And the follow-up question goes right along with this this theme of the movie Pretty Woman. All right. Third question. You're one out of 2 correct. Here's your third question. You got to get it right. Here we go. Who was the original singer of the 1964 hit song Pretty Woman? Is it A, Elvis, B, Roy Orbison, or C, Bob Dylan? The original singer of Pretty Woman.
Orbison.
Yeah, now
I remembered it.
do you like to sing? We should sing Pretty Woman. Pretty woman, walking down the street, pretty woman.
Such as I am meet. I don't know the words.
How about that? I love that part of the song where it goes, brrr.
No, I can't do that.
Come on, no purr? Can't give me a purr?
Pretty woman, walking down the street. Yeah, I can't remember.
Something like that. Da, 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 da. All right, good. You are 2 for 3 now. You got to get this last question correct.
Okay.
To win a free lunch. Here it is. Question number 4. If cats are feline and dogs are canine, what are bears? Is it A, bovine, B, ursine, or C, Busta Rhymes?
Well, bovine is cattle. So the middle one.
Not Busta Rhymes. He's, the guy with the okay career. You like Busta Rhymes?
I don't know. Never heard of it.
Never heard of him? Classical rap, right, Stuart?
Wrong generation. I don't like rap. Are you kidding? They call that music?
Well, thank you so much for playing Ky's Cab. You have won a lunch to Liberty.
Oh, good.
We'll have lunch together, all right?
Hey.
Us seniors sure know how to have a good time, even when challenges try to slow us down. After the break, meet my friend Ginny Christian. She is aging and awesome in this week's Senior Spotlight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Aging and Awesome is brought to you by Caring Transitions. Senior relocation, downsizing, and estate sales. They are your total solution for your transition needs. Head to caringtransitionsrenosparks.com for more info.
Life is story. Pages of amazing adventure and narrow escapes. Bold steps taken, races run, chapters on love and hard lessons and new beginnings. Your life, your legacy, our privilege to serve. Morningstar Senior Living.
And Joe and I are joined by Melissa Gray. She's with the National Aging and Disability Transportation Center. And Peter Reed, he's here locally at the Sanford Center for Aging. Melissa's joining us all the way from Washington, D.C. We're honored to have her here on Aging and Awesome. Melissa, you guys are identifying a lot of needs nationwide for older Americans and those with disabilities, and the problems some are having just getting around town. How are you guys identifying those?
Absolutely. So our primary goal at the center is to promote the availability and accessibility of transportation options for older adults and people with disabilities. And we do that in a number of ways. Mostly we are designed to serve professionals in the field who are doing the work at the local level, trying to figure out innovations and approaches in providing transportation for these groups of people. And so the challenges across the country for older adults and people with disabilities is just having transportation options that work for them. So it's not enough for there to be a fixed route bus in their area if they're in a wheelchair and it's not accessible for them, or if they live, several miles away from a fixed route stop. How do they, address that first mile issue in getting to that transit stop? So we're looking, working with a lot of individuals across the country. We have the great opportunity. One of our primary objectives is to invest in community solutions. And we do that through our grant funding project. We are funded by the Federal Transit Administration, so we're able to fund local organizations who are wanting to get their hands dirty and figure out how can we promote and provide transportation options for the people that need them most, which are our older adults and our people with disabilities in the community. Why is this important? Because they're in the communities and they want to be able to live independently and successfully in their communities as long as possible.
Independently.
Yeah.
And so this way, people need to know that they can get around, they can participate, and there is help for them. And they just need to get to know what would you say to start them out first and foremost?
Right. So at the Sanford Center for Aging, which is part of the University of Nevada, Reno School of Medicine, we have several different options that can help to assist people with transportation. And we work with a lot of different community partners to help to provide those. So we receive support from the Regional Transportation Commission, from the Nevada Aging and Disability Services Division to fund different programs. One of them is our volunteer driver or mobility program. And so we identify elders who are having difficulty getting around, maybe to a doctor's appointment or to other community programs and services that they need to help enhance their quality of life. And we've recruited volunteers to go and pick them up and take them to those appointments and those engagements. So on the one hand, we certainly are looking for clients who are in need of transportation to provide that resource. On the other hand, we're looking for volunteers who are interested in serving as volunteer drivers in our community.
Big part of that is the rewarding aspect of being a volunteer, helping someone who can't help themselves. So that's what the Sanford Center for Aging is providing, right?
Absolutely, and just civic engagement in general has a tremendous number of benefits for not only elders, but really people of all ages to feel, as you said, like they're giving back to the community. Another program I'll mention is our Senior Outreach Services program. This is a program that offers one-on-one in-home companionship for low-income, vulnerable, largely homebound elders in our community. And so volunteers spend time with people and try to increase their socialization. And then maybe we'll give them a ride to different kinds of things that are going on as well. And so with those clients, those volunteers really are providing them with support that's connecting them not only to medical appointments, but to social engagement opportunities too. They just go out and have fun so that we can reduce that isolation.
And if they can't get to the doctor, how are they supposed to be healthy and aging and awesome, right? So you're providing a basic need to get medical help.
Right, absolutely. But important. It continues to be a challenge. If you think about an elder when they develop some sort of physical difficulty or a cognitive difficulty, maybe it's a vision issue, or maybe they're starting to develop dementia or Alzheimer's, then a determination is made that they really shouldn't be driving anymore. And when people lose their keys, if you will, they lose their independence. They lose their ability to connect with others and to get to the kinds of things that they've always done throughout their life. And so we're trying to support that, but the resources are limited. So that's why we're grateful to the National Aging and Disability Transportation Center for the recent funding that they provided for us to engage in a community planning effort. And so we're looking at bringing together different transportation service providers to listen to elders who are experiencing difficulty with transportation, and then identify opportunities to build a network of rides for them to connect with social engagement opportunities, as well as simply with the medical appointments and other kinds of things we typically think about.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Melissa. Enjoy Reno, all the way from DC, and Peter Reed. Thank you guys so much.
If I've learned anything working with seniors, there are a lot of challenges that come with aging, whether it's health issues or simply just the loss of drive to stay positive.
Yes, that's right, Ky, and you've simply got to meet our senior spotlight, Ginny Christian. She is amazing.
I've enjoyed every single thing about where I live, my apartment that I live in, my patio out here where I can have, in the summer, I can have plants and stuff. And there's nothing not to like her. There really isn't. When people come through, I tell them, Well, to me, they say, well, thank you for allowing us to come. They want to see where I live when they're trying to get somebody in. And I said, well, to me, you've seen the best, so no sense trying the rest. You've got the best. I had a big family, and I always had a huge family dinner. I got sick of laundry. Of course, my oxygen didn't help me because I don't breathe good, and I got weaker, and I just got sick of it all. I called my daughter, who lives in Nashville, Tennessee, and I said, Roberta, I am just so sick of this mundane thing day after day. I don't want to cook, and I don't want to clean and push vacuums. She said, Mom, I'll be right out. And she came, and she found this. My daughter found this, and then she brought me. Well, I felt when I walked in the front door, oh, sold. There was so I went home and put my condo on the market and got the money. Now I can live here. And that's how I got here, and I wouldn't trade one day of it. I have no worries here at all, none. Everyone that works here is super friendly and trying to, just wonderful people that work here. They must take a test in order to get the job. The one that I really am into is the bingo, because it's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 o'clock. And it gets me out of my room for a while. I see something that I'm gonna try, which is called arts and crafts. I'm gonna try that this year. It's on my calendar. And this is called independent living. If I want a cocktail, I can have one. I'm having a Bloody Mary as we speak. Nobody can tell me I can't do anything, and all I have to do is get up and just have a wonderful day with no worries. It's just carefree. It's carefree living. You're tired of beating yourself up? Get rid of your big house and come and be happy in this little wonderful 2-room place. I mean, it is wonderful. Truly.
Well, that's our show. I had fun, Ky.
You always have fun, Joe. Our challenge for you this week, make a plan for your pet. So important. Talk to your family members about what to do if something were to happen and where your pet will go.
We'll see you right back here next week, 7 p.m. on Channel 2.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and visit our website, agingandawesome.com. We'll have all the links there for anything you may have seen on the show. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the Whitney Peak for having this wonderful room for us. Joe, good job.
Thank you.
We feel that cultivating positive and harmonious advertising partner relationships is paramount to the success of the show.